Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to be performing some good deeds and helping those in need in the form of giving fashion advice to the people of Reddit. My hope is that these good deeds will give us some positive karmic energy in the form of mucho views and subscribers for this channel. All right, let's get started. All right, so first up, we have this post on r/fashion advice. What do I wear with this top? And the first vibe I'm getting here is something nautical, so we're gonna go with that theme. So I have this inspo image I put together here. You know, I'm thinking like something you wear out boating to the beach or maybe a yacht party. And let's go through the items we have here. First up, we have this bow. I think the red adds a little color to the outfit. Goes well with the blue. Alternatively, we have this sailor cap, military surplus, only €8. Next up, we just have this plain white skirt. I think this looks nice. Has a good length. Alternatively, you could go with white shorts. And last up, we have these sandals here. I like these because the J is anchor, which goes along with our theme. And that's gonna wrap it up for this one. We can add 1 point to our good deed counter. So next up, we have another post on our fashion advice. What would go well with this? We have a stylized skirt, red and black. This makes me think she's going for some sort of vampire girl vibe, which I think we can work with. Put something together for our vamp queen here. So this is the inspiration I made. We got, of course, the vampire teeth. When I think classic female vampire, I'm thinking either corset or a puffy blouse. So we have both those here. And then some boots to go with. I know girls like their heels. And we can go through our items here. First up, we got the vamp fangs. Crucial to any vampire fit. Pop those in your teeth and transform. Next up, we have the corset. Plain white with the strings. Next up, we have this blouse. This has the puffiness around the wrist, but I'm also thinking you could go with something that's puffy around the shoulders. This one's $1,700, so if this girl's not a baller, maybe she can just use this for inspiration. And last up, we have the boots. Another pricey item, but who knows, maybe she can afford it. And that's going to be our look for our vamp queen here. Let's add another point to the good deed counter. Alright, so next up we have another post on our fashion advice. How do I even style these pants? Alright, so these are like the early 2000s Janko style baggy wide leg pants that have become popular again the last few years. I like these. These are cool, and this person's having trouble styling them, but it's actually pretty easy. And the answer to that is what I'm wearing right here. Just a white tank. You let the pants be the centerpiece, and you just throw on a tank to go with it. And another nice thing is you don't even really have to worry about shoes, because as you can see here, these pants are like dragging on the ground. You're not even gonna see what kind of footwear you're wearing. So let's pull up the inspo we have here. It's got the white tank here, and we got the toes peeking out. And I think that's really all you need for this fit, as long as the weather's nice. Alright, let's add another point to the good deed counter. Alright, next up we are on our male fashion advice. Thoughts on canvas workwear for casual use. Now, I'm glad I came across this post because I have had an opinion on wearing workwear for fashion as opposed to utility that I've been meaning to tell the world for a long time now. So I'm going to read that off to y'all here. My advice for wearing workwear casually as a blue-collar poser is to buy used. You're never going to break in that brand new piece wearing it at your desk job. I see people walking around in their brand new Carhartt jacket that still has the creases in it from when they bought it, looking like a scarecrow with a stick up your butt, you know? The jacket's so stiff they're walking around like this. Let a chain-smoking construction worker break that thing in for you. You want that jacket to look like it just got peeled off a guy who was in a motorcycle accident. And that's how I feel. You want to buy used when it comes to workwear if you're not going to be doing stuff that's going to break in that workwear, you know? It's made tough for a reason. And I don't think there's anything wrong with wearing it for fashion. I do it. But if it looks brand new, people are going to be able to tell that you're a poser, okay? I have an example here. I bought this jacket off eBay in like 2017, and this is what it looked like when I got it, okay, you know? It's ripped, it's stained, has all sorts of weird marks in it. Look at the sleeves are frayed. It smells like oil and cigarettes, okay? That's what you want when you're buying workwear, okay? You want to let someone else break it in for you. And I think that's my best advice for buying workwear, and I think that's something that a lot of people don't think of. Alright, add another point to the good deed counter here. Alright, next up we're back on r/fashion advice, and these things I'm not going to comment on because this video is about positivity and I do not have anything positive to say about these. I think these things are a crime against God, and if I had to give advice, it would be to throw these things in the trash, alright? But like I said, this video is about the positivity, so we're going to keep that to ourselves and move along. Alright everyone, I saved my favorite post for last here. We are back on our men's fashion advice with would I look too much like a Nazi? So I was talking with a friend and I showed him 2 pictures of what I was thinking before I buy it all. But when I showed it to him, he said it would make me look like a Nazi. Alright, so here's the thing with this. I think the issue here is with the framing of the question, because when you say would I look like a Nazi, you're sort of implanting that idea into my head. So yes, if you say, do I look like a Nazi? Yes, you kind of do in this photo. But if you had asked the question a little differently and not brought up the Nazis, you know, I probably wouldn't have jumped to that. So I think we're going to allow him this, and here's the response I came up with. Hey buddy, Nazism is an ideology, not a way of dressing. Nazis come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and looks. As long as you're not rocking any swastika armbands or SS pins, you don't have to worry. I think your friend is just giving you a hard time. Perhaps he is jealous of your militant swag. And that's how I feel. You know, if I see this guy walking down the street, you know, that's not my immediate thought, Nazi. So we're going to let him wear it. Alright, let's add our final good deed to the counter here. Alright everybody, give yourself a pat on the back because today we did some good deeds, helping out these poor Redditors with their fashion. And like I said at the start, I think this is gonna karmically come back to us in the form of good fortune and mucho views on this video. So Thank you everyone for watching. Remember to subscribe and also please follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky. Thanks again. See you next time.